So in terms of address position, the shaft's now much more neutral, yeah? So the shaft is actually kind of going more up through your left shoulder rather than, as we said, through your left hip there, okay? So the club now has got some loft on it for starters, okay? Now, in terms of obviously distance control, we'll just put a circle round here, okay? What we try and do, we try and judge distance. We'd either try and swing the golf club that far for 30, that far for 50, that far for 70 or 80 or whatever it may be, depending on the club you've got. So you try to judge the distance in the backswing and then just fully accelerate through. The problem was before, when you're doing short, like this may be your shorter attempted shot, you still had to width the stance full, everything was kind of full, and again, by de-lofting the club, you're making a club more powerful. So you're trying to hit a shorter shot with a club that you'll say you went, oh yeah, I tried to hit a 50-degree wedge, not to go too far, but you probably end up hitting the golf ball with almost like a 9-9 loft. With a backswing length that was going to go too far, if you make everything from the top, if your top of the backswing position gets up to here now, and you've de-lofted a 50-degree wedge to almost a 9-on, as we said, and you're up there, if you do a perfect golf swing from that circle up there down to there, that ball's going too far. The only way you could hit the green or hit target is if you miss-hit it, duff the ground behind the ball, or some combination of toe or heel, or happen to slow down sufficiently enough, or clip a tree or something, and he gets a bit lucky. So rather than actually trying to judge it or guess or hope for the best, you're just actually creating the length by how far you go back. So you go back to the right distance rather than trying to judge it on the way down. But in terms of the shaft position now you've got more loft on the goal, if I clear all these lines here, both takeaways and backswings are very good, okay? As you came down to the goal here now, because your ball was far back in your stance, that ball was that driving low golf ball, that's just fizzing off at probably about 10 degrees launch, where you look at this one, oh look, and I got some loft on that golf club, I can send the ball up in the air. So you're actually able to hit the golf ball now with a little bit more of the loft, an 8-iron or a 5-iron or whatever club you want to have needs to hit the golf ball with, and you just release through the target, fully releasing it to face where you want to go. And the thing I think you found difficult initially when you were doing the shorter ones was the ability to accelerate when you were trying to play short. Because in your head, if you accelerate, it goes too far. What you would have done when you go back that far. If you only went back this far or that far, it can't go too far. Like I said, if you're going to kick a football, kick it as far as you can, have a run up. There will be a threshold of how far you ran back. You'd end up losing distance because by the time you get there, you're knackered. The same way with the golf, there's a threshold. If you go back further than this, if your club gets in this sort of in that kind of area there, could be sort of here or here or here or whatever, that's kind of your max power. If your club gets down here somewhere, you ain't getting more power. The club's going to have no chance coming back to that goal with any control. Okay? If your club goes here though, you've got less power. So you create how far it goes back the same way throwing a ball. If someone was by your bag there, you just you chuck it there. If they were further back, oh, now I'll go back further back. You just do that kind of instinctively. You wouldn't have a standard arm length back for throwing a ball. I always throw from here. Well, if you're there, I'm going to just not going to work. It's all the natural things we do with a ball in terms of trying to manoeuvre it down a fairway or a target or anything. We do it right. We put a golf club in our hand and we tend to go, well, hang on, how far do I need? Okay, I've got to try and judge it. And trying to judge it, okay, it's going to be tough. Just to finish off there with the ball position, okay, we said about ball position needs to be just left of centre, okay. That would be kind of your 7-iron position there, okay. That would be kind of your wedge. So now the red line seems to be in the middle of your feet, and then the yellow line would be kind of your 5-iron. Now the red line is a lot further forward in your stance, isn't it? So the perception of the right foot getting nearer or further away gives the impression that this line here is moving up and down your stance. It's still the same distance from there. It just your stance gets bigger or narrower, or whatever it may be.
I see.
So keep it simple, innit?
Yeah.
Don't complicate things and have literally 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because then you're trying to move.
Magic little ball from the floor.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like,
exactly
is it half a ball, quarter a ball, 1 ball, 3 ball? I'm like, oh god, your brain, and then your brain's in and thinking again other things.
So just do the sort of lie of the club with all of them.
Yeah, club just sits down flat on its backside, and you just set your feet kind of the distance you are from the ball. Your feet so if you're playing a real small little chip shot, your feet get a lot narrower.
Yeah.
If I'm chipping a golf ball kind of here, it'd be very unnatural to sort of stand like this, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No,
if I had a golf ball like here, so with a 3 wood, I think, oh, that just wasn't very natural. So you kind of, it's almost like an equal triangle to some extent. Okay, so that distance there is the same to that there. As that gets narrower, it gets closer.
Comes in.
Exactly. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Good man. Well done.